Too many people are stuck in a cycle of taking medication for joint pain when there are fantastic natural alternatives that I'm going to share with you today. It's time to break free from the pharmaceutical hamster wheel and look at natural remedies that get to the cause of joint pain. If you're watching this, then you're probably dealing with joint pain or arthritis, and it's most likely chronic in nature. Been going on for a while. It's affecting your ability to live life to the fullest. So let's do this. Okay, let's deep dive into my game-changing recommendations, which include supplements and other lifestyle changes that are going to help you get to the cause of this and do away with these conventional treatments. Okay, the treatments that I'm going to show you today are lesser known, but natural and effective. And for the past 25 years, I've been applying these in my practice, in my clinic, to my chiropractic and natural health improvement patients. All drugs have side effects, especially pain medication. And some of the pain medication out there is highly addictive, as you probably know. Other medications like over-the-counter Tylenol, Advil, those are classified as non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. Those are very, very hard on the liver and a leading cause of death. So if you're taking pain medication, even over-the-counter pain medication on a regular basis, you're doing yourself a big injustice. It's extremely toxic to the liver. There are natural remedies, and we're going to get into that now. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Her name is Susie. She's been with me for several years, and she came to me for joint pain. She had hip, knee, and arthritic pain in her fingers, and she was actually unable to take pain medication because it was breaking down her liver so much. So she was looking for a natural approach and got her on a program at our clinic. And when I shared with her some of the remedies that I'm going to share with you today and got her going on the program, cleaned up her diet, what we found is she was actually able to climb up and down stairs without pain after about 3 weeks. She was unable to walk her dog also around the block more than 1 or 2 times. It was a small block. And back in the day, she would walk for a good half hour with the dog. So come 6 to 8 weeks later, we got her diet in check again, got some of the sugar and the anti-inflammatory foods in, the pro-inflammatory foods out, and got her on some of these supplements, and now she's just doing fantastic. Joint pain is really not an issue for her. And this can be you. You may think, well, I've tried a lot of different things before. Maybe I've tried some natural remedies, but I assure you haven't tried what I'm going to recommend today. And if you try this, there's a huge chance, a huge percentage of probability that you're going to get great results. So let's dive in. My first tip to actually put the fire out with chronic or acute joint pain are these 2 products, which pair very nicely together. Turmeric Forte and Tuna Omega-3 oil. Turmeric Forte is from the sister company of Standard Process that makes the Tuna Omega-3 oil called MediHerb. And this is the premier turmeric product on the market. There is no better, as far as I'm concerned, no better turmeric product. It is highly concentrated and it has the specific constituents in turmeric that are so fantastic, so medicinal, and so anti-inflammatory and beneficial for joint pain. What you want to do is you want to pair that with a fish oil, and the Tuna Omega-3 oil is very, very high in what is called DHA, and that's a component which is highly anti-inflammatory in fish oil. And this fish oil is very, very well tested. It's clean. It's really, there are nil as far as heavy metals or chemicals in it. I've been using it for years with patients. I've taken it personally. And when you team these 2 products up together, it's really going to put the fire out. Okay? And then what I'm going to tell you next is going to lay the foundation to actually start to build and rebuild some of these joint issues. I should also add that the reason we are pairing the tuna oil with the turmeric is much more absorbable when taken with a fat-soluble vitamin. And what better fat-soluble vitamin than an anti-inflammatory fish oil? I also want to mention that I'm a huge fan of standard process supplements. And the reason why is the company's been around since 1929. The majority of what they have in their products, they grow on an organic farm up in Palmyra, Wisconsin, near Milwaukee. And I'm actually going to be traveling up there for a seminar and to get another tour of the farm. I've been there 6 times, and it's an unbelievable spectacle. You just can't imagine. They are the #1 leaders in organic farming. Everyone that is interested in doing mass organic farming goes to them to get advice. They really know their stuff. They've been doing this for decades and decades and decades. And what you're getting is you're getting nutrient-rich soil that is supplying all of the plants that they're growing just perfect and appropriate levels of vitamins and minerals. I don't know if you knew this, but our soil has been deficient in the United States of most of its minerals and trace minerals since 1948. The Department of Agriculture declared in 1948 that the soil was depleted. And here we are, 75 years later, and it hasn't gotten much better, probably worse. So we just have to take whole food supplements if we want to get all the nutrients that we need. Because even if we eat perfect organic and a variety of different fruits, vegetables, and meats, etc., we're not going to get what we need. Please drop a comment below if you've ever heard or taken standard process. Maybe you have a chiropractor or holistic doctor that you go to, and standard process supplements are only sold through healthcare practitioners. For example, we have a supply in our clinic here in Chagrin Falls, Ohio, but also you can order them on our Shopify store, and you can check the description below. So let's get into the next topic or the next tip regarding joint health. So let's talk about diet. What I want you to do if you have chronic joint pain is I want you to knock off the sugar, especially the refined sugar. Cookies, cakes, candy, pop, brownies, pancakes, waffles, all the junk, okay? If you're gonna eat sugar, go with healthy sugar in fruit, or try natural sweeteners like monk fruit or stevia to sweeten your coffee or tea or any other drink, okay? You gotta get off the sugar. Sugar adds fuel to the fire. Sugar equals pain. I tell my patients that every day. So if you have joint pain, chronic joint pain, stiffness, and arthritis, you gotta knock off the sugar. Now, if you are like many of my patients and are addicted to sugar, because it's addictive, extremely addictive, then you may need some tips to help wean off it. And what I'd like you to do is, if you go into the description below, I have a 3 tips for sugar cravings report, and I'd love for you to take a look at that. So definitely, take advantage, because these are tips that I've used for my patients to help them overcome sugar cravings. And you're not going to eradicate your joint pain. You can take all the supplements till the cows come home, and you're just going to be adding fuel to the flame. You're just going to be sort of treading water, because again, you're fanning the flame of inflammation. Hey, drop a comment below if you were aware that sugar plays such a role in the inflammatory cascade and in joint pain. I'd love to know. And also, let me know if you have any other questions as well while we're traveling through this video. So let's get into the next one here. The next supplement I want to talk about that has really been a game changer. It's a very broad-based supplement. It has multiple uses to it, but I've had tremendous pain, even with my own mom, for arthritis, and it's called Cataplex ACP. So this is an antioxidant with whole food A, whole food C, and vitamin P, which also is an old term for bioflavonoids. And these bioflavonoids are extremely anti-inflammatory. They're phenomenal for things like tennis elbow, chronic shoulder pain, or other joint pain. And also, if people have swollen knuckles or arthritic knuckles, this does wonders. The serving size on the bottle is three times a day. Some people need to take that amount, some less, but it does wonders for pain. I almost consider it a natural aspirin. But not only is it handling the symptom, it's actually repairing and regenerating tissue, because all tissue is collagen. Even bone consists of collagen. And collagen is made from vitamin C. Vitamin C is an active part of creating or laying down collagen, which is sort of a lattice of tissue in your joints, in your skin, in your muscles, in pretty much every cell of your body. So I can't say enough about Cataplex ACP. It's really saved the day for a lot of patients with a lot of painful joint issues. So definitely take heed and pay attention and look at that product for yourself. My next remedy for helping with joint pain, and this is a really simple one, it's drink more water. I would drink a minimum of 40 to 60 ounces of water per day. And if you're drinking more than a cup or two of coffee, you're going to have to add at least 10 ounces to that for every extra cup of coffee you drink, because coffee is very, very dehydrating. Okay? I want to tell you a story about a patient of mine a number of years ago. She had a lot of different health issues, but she came to see me for chronic back issues. And I was using chiropractic care, changing her diet, helping her with some of these standard process and Medi-Herb supplements. And we were making progress in a lot of areas, but this chronic back pain that had been going on for a long time just continued to just persist. We just couldn't get over the hump. It was better, but not great. And I talked to her about the type of water she drank, and she said she drank tap water, city water, which is loaded with pharmaceuticals, chlorine, fluoride, which are both toxic to the body and just not good for you. And it wasn't what her body needed. So I recommended some spring or filtered water, and I had her drink 60 ounces a day. She came back in a week and her back pain was gone. I kid you not. It was really a miracle. And not all cases are going to respond this way, but for her, she was dehydrated and her kidneys were the source of her back pain. We got her on some water, and man, it just made a huge difference. So, make sure that you're drinking 40 to 60 ounces of water and making adjustments if you're drinking more than a couple cups of coffee a day. Alcohol, by the way, is also dehydrating, so you have to take that into consideration too. Reduce, cut out, or minimize that, and get extra water in if you are consuming alcohol on a regular basis. So I saved one of the best supplements for last as my last tip here to handle actually regenerating joints. Okay, and before I get into that, I forgot to mention in the description below with the free report on 3 tips for sugar cravings, you're also going to get a coupon code, a discount code for our Shopify online store, and that's going to be for 10% off. You can order all these products online through us, and if you spend over $100, you get free shipping. And usually the order comes within 1 to 2 days. So it's fantastic shipping. You get it right away and you get started and start experiencing results. So let's talk about the last product. Glucosamine Synergy. So Glucosamine Synergy is a synergistic blend of nutrients and herbs that are going to help repair and regenerate your joints. It has what is called glucosamine sulfate, and that's a pretty popular substance or nutrient out there. You're going to get a pure medicinal form in Glucosamine Synergy from Standard Process, and what it's been proven to do is actually slow down the breaking down of the cartilage, and actually it's shown some regeneration possibilities of regenerating that cartilage in your joints. And the cartilage is what causes shock absorption. When you lack that cartilage, you're going to have pain. There's no shock absorption there, and the nerves are going to fire, and you're going to get some pain. So not only does the glucosamine have the glucosamine sulfate in it, the glucosamine synergy, but it also has a blend of standard process whole food nutrients that are grown in their farm. And it's almost like a multivitamin, half of this product. It's like a multivitamin plus the glucosamine. And one other game-changing herb that's a fantastic anti-inflammatory herb is Boswellia, and it contains that as well. So I have tons of patients on this product along with these other ones, and they all pair very nicely together. and they do have this synergy. And that's what I like about the herbs from MediHerb and the standard process line is it's a synergistic blend because you get the whole food and whole herb standard process component, and then you get the medicinal concentrated herbs from MediHerb. And it's just a match made in heaven. It's been game changing in my practice and for my patients for joint pain for many, many years. And I'm really excited to share this with you. So, hey, hopefully you learned something today, and feel free to review the video and check out the next video above. I think you're going to like it.